So I was going to make this video a few days ago, but I just had other stuff in real life. And I know many people want to see a remake, a proper remake of GTA Vice City. Now, I was going to try to get this version of GTA, this modded version made by modders from Russia. Issue, I'm not going through those hoops of trying to get a pirated software version of GTA. And two, I don't trust someone that's from Russia to download a torrent and we don't know what is on there. Because Russia's internet has become different over the years. They all work for the government now. There is no sense of being anonymous in Russia no more. That's why we are going to watch a video made by a person who is actually trying to be critical of this mod. Now, I said in the comments that he's being too nice about this. This is actually more crap than I expected. Because people want to say, well, there's four people making it. Where GTA with Grove Street Games, they had hundreds of people. The issue is, and I've been saying this, that it's just an asset flipped. It's asset flipped. It's nothing special. I'm breaking the window of lies that the Russians want to tell you.
GTA Vice City Next-Gen Edition is bad.
It's not really clickbait. He's actually being very nice to this. He's actually, like, when you watch the video, you realize that he's trying to actually be nice to these people who made this. In my opinion, I think he should be more harsh to these people. This could have been better. This could have been way better. Oh, well, 4 people. It doesn't matter. The only thing they did, they took the assets. Well, they took assets from some modder. And I remember seeing the same type of mod made 12 years ago. They just took that, add some voice lines, add cutscenes that model. And I believe they use AI as well. So they're not actually modders.
Whoa there. Put the pitchforks down. Let me explain myself.
Preach, brother, preach.
This is going to be an extremely controversial video.
It shouldn't be controversial. It should not be controversial. This should be a natural state. I mean, look at this. Look at the textures. Let me see if it's on 1080p. Let me go like this. So you people will understand what I'm talking about. Look at the textures. They're not that impressive. Go back in here.
My comments on unrelated videos are filled with people asking me to play Next Gen Edition.
The reason why I think it's because there's like a new thing with Russian people trying desperately to make themselves look like they're the best coders ever, knowing that that's further from the case. Like their computing skills have gotten so bad that you can't trust them. You used to go Russia, and this is the fact. Russia, the biggest advantage with Russia, if it comes to tech, you can get pirated software easy because they have no laws against piracy there. You go to Russia to get some stolen software. That's it. That's the only reason why they're so good at certain things. It's because they're good at piracy. Because they have no laws against it.
My playthrough on my second channel is filled with criticism of my playthrough, telling me that my opinion is wrong and so on. You're welcome to your opinion on that, but
the people who are telling you this are, and I know some people hate this, but it's getting to the point where, yes, you have to call them what they are: Russian trolls and bots. And I think it's stupid to call them trolls, just call them bots. They're not really trolls. They're literally paid by the FSB. What people don't understand with Russia now is that they are getting so compromised that there is no way they can think for themselves. You criticizing this game, it's attacking their culture in their eyes. You can't criticize Russia.
My hope with this video is to provide you with my experience playing Vice City Next Gen Edition, where I can give critique and feedback while collecting my thoughts in a reasonably coherent way.
And after I, comment and tell him why he's too nice to the people who made this, we're going to see in the comments and show you what I'm fucking talking about with the comment section. It's bots. People openly saying they're trying to false report anyone who criticizes the mod, the person making this video, and just criticizing Russia.
This video will have some negative parts, and will have some positive ones as well. Unlike other YouTubers covering this mod.
Look at this. Look at this. The only thing he did was gave the textures of Vice City. That's it. It is nothing special. Even the graphics are not that impressive. They're not that impressive. This map, I guarantee, what they did was this. They took a mod from over a decade ago and put it on there, add some stuff they made, most likely AI. There you go. That's what they did. This stuff is nothing impressive. All of this graphical look is from GTA 4's engine, the earlier version of the Rage engine.
Who have played 10 minutes to record some footage and immediately assumed that the quality of that 10 minutes applies to the whole game. I played the entire thing, every single mission, and I'm going to take you through my thoughts, good and bad, as we progress through.
The issue is, and this is the thing, he's a speedrunner, so he understands the ins and outs of games. He understands this stuff. It's actually quite interesting to hear proper criticism from a speedrunner. You can criticize the defective edition of GTA, and people who when I posted this video, not posted this video, but the comment on this video on English Ben's channel, I got so many people saying that I work for Rockstar, I am the CEO or whatever. No, I'm a person who's trying to give proper criticism of what this is, the truth about what this is. This is not some improvement. In reality, you could say it's even worse than the defective edition, because these people, quote unquote, says they know everything about GTA Vice City. They clearly don't. They clearly didn't put enough time into it, and then they release it. People are just downloading this. It's because they hated that Rockstar did a cease and desist on them and got rid of their channel. Well, I think they got rid of the video or whatever.
For a quick summary on my experience with GTA Vice City, I speedrun the game. I know it front to back. The same cannot be said for GTA 4. I know next to nothing about GTA 4 as I've only played it a handful of times. Playing Vice City within GTA 4 is definitely something I'm not used to.
This is what it is. It's not GTA Vice City proper. It's GTA 4 with Vice City paint on it. That's what it is.
But I won't hold that against the mod, as that is entirely my problem. Also, before...
What they should have done is this. Actually did some modding, because it may be the Rage engine, but I guarantee you could have easily give the same physics, the same movement, the same driving style as Vice City. But they were too lazy, and the only thing they did was took a pre-existing map that was on the mod, whatever modern site that has for GTA 4 that's over a decade old gave it a tip and nuck, gave the driveway traffic animations, and that's all they did. They didn't do anything special.
Before we begin, this was all recorded on the first public build of the mod, meaning there may have been updates since and the issues I faced may already be fixed.
No, they will not, because they think this is the proper build. These Russians are so lazy that look at this. Look at this. This is called lazy. They couldn't even do a proper texture of an animation. His hand is going through the shotgun.
That being said, this is still a public release, which has an implication that it should be of at least decent quality.
It's not. It's slop. It's even more slop than even the defective edition at launch. And these people trying to cope and seethe about, no, that's not true. No, it's true. Wake up. Wake up, Buttercup.
I don't think that's a hot take or anything. Anyway, let's get started. So let's start with some good bits. The mod looks incredible. I was genuinely taken
From all the GTA 4's engine. That's what they did. It's all GTA 4's engine. That look, you know, that the reflections, the light, that's GTA 4. That's all GTA 4. And possibly from the modder who made this map over a decade ago.
aback seeing a game I love in such a beautiful engine. The cityscape looks stunning, especially at nighttime, and sometimes you just have to stop and have a look at your surroundings. Nextgen also includes a bunch of quality of life things brought over from GTA 4. You can swim now, and there are places everywhere where you can climb out of the water so you don't get stuck. You have autosave after every single mission.
Look at this mission pass. They didn't give a proper font of what GTA Vice City has when it comes to their font. This is not what a font of GTA Vice City looks like. You said this is petty. It can be petty stuff. It can be very bad stuff. This is not good. This is not good. You can easily change the font. They didn't pay attention. It doesn't even have a fade in. It just comes up instantly and it goes away.
Which is a massive plus, especially when it comes to mods.
Look at this. This should not have autosave, in my opinion. This should not have autosave. This should be like the old Vice City, where you have to go to a save station to save. This is lazy. This is fucking lazy. They couldn't even take away this out of the mod. So, well, this is convenience. This is Vice City. This is supposed to be properly good. Just because, oh, we had to go to a save station. Well, guess what? That's how games should be. Don't handhold anything.
As they can be very unstable, and it sucks having to redo missions due to crashes or bugs.
Look at this. You know why it's doing this? You know why it's fucking doing this? Because the mod is unstable. It's unstable. This is basic fucking coding knowledge. I'm not no coder, but I know better than this. Look at this. This fucker with these Russians were so lazy they couldn't even make a simple animation, not animation, but took the picture of the fist icon from the old Vice City and just use that instead. Maybe touched it up. They had to use it. You know what this fist is from? This is from GTA San Andreas. Vice Cities look different. It's meant to look different. It's an art style. They change it each one. The only one that's not been different, it's on the PSP versions of GTA. Liberty City Stories and Vice City Stories uses the one that GTA San Andreas uses. Because, it wasn't a proper sequel.
You also have the GTA 4 graphic settings, which
Like this. This is also lazy. This is lazy.
aren't great, but are certainly better than Vice City settings. This gives you the ability to have much more control on what you want to see and not see, how much traffic is on the road and stuff like that. These additions do have issues, such as VSync locking the game to around 53 frames per second instead of your refresh rate for some reason. Loading the autosave always teleports you to Ocean Beach regardless.
How do you do this and not realize this? You didn't see, these people didn't properly test it. You load the save and you always come to the default save area. The first hideout. This is basic coding. So if you're in, you save at a different side of the island. I don't know. The second island. And you save, I don't know, at Cherry Poppers. Where you get spawned here. This is basic coding.
Regardless of where you saved, rather than your
Like, the simple coordinates couldn't even be kept. Like, you go to the bed. They have where you have the bed set in now, when you go to sleep. Simple coding.
closest safe house like in GTA 4. The save file names don't have missions included for some reason, and loading them removes your body armor if you had any.
Yeah, very smart. You couldn't even keep your body armor. So if you want to prepare for, I don't know, another mission, you buy some armor. You save. You get back, no armor. You have to redo that, probably go to a different side of the island just to get some armor. Like, how do you do this stuff? How do you fuck up this bad? At least with the defective edition, it doesn't do this.
But these are quite easy fixes and small problems, so I'm
Yeah, quite easy fixes. Something that I think anyone who plays the game would have noticed. Did they even play test this? Did simple play testing? No. They fucked up. That's what happened. They fucked up and they didn't understand what they were doing.
not too bothered about this. Revolution Team has also added in extra content, such as cut content, which is always welcome, as well as some custom bits and pieces. A good example is a new cutscene that plays at the end of Trojan Voodoo. These are quite cool and I'm glad they exist. Some extra content is definitely lower quality, such as the horrendous AI phone calls.
It's not even that impressive when you think about it. They're using GTA 4's engine. GTA 4's engine is impressive. Like, these explosions, they just connected and just made simple AI, possibly. Nothing impressive.
You receive sometimes.
Tommy, these damn Asians, we're going to kill them all. Tommy, we need you. I'm waiting for you at my father's cafe.
That's fucking shit. That's fucking awful. I have played, like, fan-made versions of GTA, but they had complete different stories. You don't have to put this in. You don't have to put this in. You could have just kept everything in there. Then you have the voice acting. You have all of this. You don't have to put in this AI shit all the time. This is lazy. Why you need to do that? Well, to explain some context. It doesn't have to. You could have not done this and maybe worked on a simple, I don't know, make it where you don't go at the default save spot whenever you save anywhere on the fucking map.
That is the most horrendously, obviously AI generated. Terrible.
Yeah, it's awful. It's fucking awful. And look at the fucking icon. Jesus fucking Christ.
Dog shit Danny Trejo audio I've ever heard in my life. But again, this is all quite minor so far. I am far more lenient on the visuals of this mod, even though there are clear issues, as porting this game can't have been an easy job, especially for such a small team.
I guarantee this was done by different people and they claim that they did it. A very common tactic that Russians do all the time. Whenever they're Russian game developers. Now I'm going to hear somebody say, well, how about Stalker? Stalker's Ukrainian. They're not Russian.
However, I am going to be less lenient on the scripting side of things, mission design and the like. Let's take a look at that. I think it's really important to clear up some misinformation that I've seen a lot surrounding this mod, and its status as a remaster or remake or whatever.
It's an asset flip. That's the proper word you need to use. Asset flipped. You know, I don't like it that Rockstar cease and desist them. But they have a right to, and I don't feel much pity for them doing it for this one. This is too lazy. And I just don't feel sympathy for these people. These people try to put off, oh, we know what we're doing. The defective edition has more effort than this. That's just a fact.
Whatever you want to call it. It is neither of those. It is simply a port of a game into another engine. The engines are extremely different, though a lot of code has been written from scratch.
No, they most likely use AI. I guarantee these people are not proper coders. I guarantee it. Remember, Russia's like India. They're very cheap. They're very cheap people. Not that good in coding. This is useful if you want to pirate shit.
And some has been copied over from the original game. The reason I'm making this distinction is due to it actually affecting some of my critiques. If this mod was labeled as a remake, then some of the design decisions would make a ton of sense. However, the word remake isn't mentioned anywhere.
But look at the windows. Look at the windows. At least with the fucking defective edition. Yes, I'm gonna keep calling it defective edition. Because it is shit as well. So people are saying that you was just a fanboy of the definitive edition. No, I don't give a shit about neither of these. They're both shit in my opinion. But I do say, with the way the definitive edition is, I do say it's slightly better than this still. That says a lot. That says a lot. They gave windows reflections. They gave new textures on the newer version of GTA.
Well, you can see on the GTA forums page that the new experience is supposed to come from the new engine, the new physics, new combat, etc.
That's not good, though. You don't have to. GTA Vice City's engine, it's primitive, but it's not bad. Like on the definitive edition, they gave you new movements. Like you can walk, you can aim and move around. I mean, you can't do that with one-handed weapons. But two-handed weapons and like the Python, you can now walk around with it and aim. And you can free aim on consoles as well. That's more effort than what they did. They just took an engine, flipped it. That's all they did.
Not changes made by the devs themselves. That brings me nicely onto my first big critique. The developers have changed a lot of things for seemingly no reason. Now don't get me wrong, a lot of stuff will need to have been rewritten in order to make this game work at all on a new engine.
Look at the gun. This is the weapon, the SMG of GTA 4's engine. That's all it is. I guarantee it doesn't give a proper animation. You know, it's just a gun animation. You know, when you look at the gun, there's no pulling out the cartridge, goes on the ground, there you go. Nothing like that. You could have done that. There were mods for that.
Totally get that. What I don't understand is why massive things like, oh, I don't know.
This looks awful. This looks fucking awful. And you know why? Because it's just a texture change. That's all it is. They took the textures of Vice City and poured it over to GTA 4's engine. That's all they did. Nothing crazy.
How to actually beat the game now has entirely different requirements. In the original game, you kill Diaz, you unlock assets, you do 7 of them, with 2 being mandatory.
Look at that. Look at that. Like, when you shoot somebody, you should not be able to put them on the ground like that. Make it where Diaz stands up still and he can still shoot you. Like, give him special traits. Because he's meant to be like a boss. When you beat this mission. Just lazy shit. Ricardo Diaz was meant to be a big thing when you killed him. Because then you get his mansion. Lazy motherfuckers.
And the others being whichever you like.
Look at that. You just seen that? The body disappears. Why can't it just fade out and then the body disappears? Laziness.
Then you unlock the final 2 missions and beat the game. If you've seen my Vice City critique, you'll know that I don't think this is a good system. It can definitely be improved. That being said, it's crazy that in Next Gen Edition, this has been made way worse.
They couldn't even do the proper thing that this guy wanted to see. I actually agree with him. It's the reason why I don't care for Vice City that much. I don't hate Vice City, but I just don't like it as much. Because the way the missions are structured. After you get the mansion, you have to go to buy some property. Beat some missions on there until you be able to earn income from it. There's a few or 4, I think it is. And then you do the last 2 missions and there you go, you beat the game. It's not a good setup. That's why they changed it after Vice City. They went back for more mission by mission standpoint because it's not a good system.
Now you need to complete all of the assets, except not really, as pole position isn't required. And also the Vassetti estate now isn't required either. This is a mandatory asset for very important lore reasons. But now you can beat the game, kill Lance in the final mission, and then beat the Vassetti estate missions, after which Lance is still alive?
Do you hear that? How lazy, how fucking lazy you have to be. These people try to say they made something better than the defective edition. Lazy. Fucking lazy. They couldn't do simple thinking, critical thinking skills about this shit.
What were they thinking? Since you need...
Oh, they're drunk. You gotta remember this. They're Russians. They can't help it. They're probably thinking, alcohol, take more land. You know, why are these people not mobilized yet? You know, I guarantee that we don't know their names because they're too afraid to go to war. Go take Ukraine. Come on, Orc. Come on. Bleh.
need to do a ton more missions and therefore buy way more expensive assets now. You need a ton more money. In the original game, this was already a problem as you don't get nearly enough money to buy.
He's going to talk about this, and I found it to be fucking stupid.
The assets that you need. This is now again made way worse as you need lots more cash, and the only way to get it fast is to use exploits or grind for it, and both suck. Previously, the final Cortez mission, or hands on deck, was optional. Now it is mandatory as well.
That's so fucking bad. And he's gonna show something right here with this. This is so fucked up and so stupid.
This game is not a remake. There is no reason why the devs should be changing massive portions of the game like this.
Because they don't actually understand GTA. These people are not coders. These people are not actual game devs. They're simple modders. I guarantee there's people who want to pretend they are modders. They're posers. They probably don't understand coding as much as they think they do. That's the problem with the software industry. You can fake it till you make it in the software industry. That's a fact. You can. If you know what you're doing, you can pretend that you're the best coder ever. Look at Elon Musk. He's a fucking idiot. And everyone believes that he's smart.
It would be one thing to remove broken mechanics or fix bugs, but this system has been entirely rewritten for no good reason. It doesn't end here either. Many missions have also been changed in various ways for no reason at all. Some have extra objectives, some have less, some are more difficult, some are less difficult. This is extremely arbitrary at best and incompetent at worst.
It's more incompetent. This is pure incompetency. They fucking can't even do simple coding.
The reason I speculate that incompetence is to blame will become clear when we look at the next section. Oh my god, the bugs.
Just look at that. Look at that. The bugs on here, it's just terrible. You gotta remember, most of the criticism of the defective edition mostly came from San Andreas. 3 and Vice City wasn't too bad. It's just certain textures were not good. Certain animations was not good. That's really about it for these. Where most of the criticism came from San Andreas because San Andreas is so fucking massive.
Again, I will preface that this is a huge project done by a small team.
It's not really a huge project because Vice City has already been made. That's a fact. They had the materials, but they were too incompetent to use them properly. Coding has become easier over the years. They are just lazy. This is nothing impressive. Nothing impressive.
The fact that it exists at all is very impressive.
Not really. Not really. I've seen far better than this. I have seen people make basically new games out of engines. And even less people. Maybe 3 or 2.
That being said, the state this mod is in at the time of release is completely unacceptable from a technical perspective. This project needed several months more in the oven at least.
More like a year or 2 at best. And they released this. This garbage. This fucking garbage. They said it was done. This will give the people who made the defective edition be like, well, at least we're not like this people. Makes sense. Russian coders. Too drunk to understand shit.
And it was already delayed once from the end of 2024 into
Yeah, it was delayed. I heard about this years ago. Just laziness.
January 2025 to try and polish the mod before release.
Polish? What the fuck they were doing? They were too drunk. That's what happened. They were too fucking drunk.
This mod isn't at the polish stage yet. It is still months away from that.
No, it isn't. They need better modders. They need better coders. Like, Vice City is not that big. You're not making new missions. You have the map. You have the textures. You just need to do simple bug issue fixes. That's it. And you have other issues too. But that's just with the engine itself, which they probably could have fixed too. But they're too fucking lazy.
Clearly hasn't been properly playtested, as some of these issues are so big and so obvious that I refuse to believe the testers missed them. I played this mod for around 12 hours total, and if I showed you every bug I found, this video would also be 12 hours long. So I'll try and keep it.
They didn't test it because they don't care. These people don't actually care about GTA. I fucking guarantee this is some sort of weird side-op made by the FSB to make you download some weird Trojan horse on your fucking computer so they can steal data. I would not trust this on my computer. I'm sorry, there's something off about this. When it was on like the We can just take the game that you own, GTA 4, and play it through this, where you just download the Tetris. Maybe it was more trustworthy. But now you have to actually pirate the game. Pirate GTA 4 just to play this now.
Fairly condensed. Here's my experience with Vice City Next Gen Edition and all the major issues I faced. There are some generic issues that plague the game constantly, such as the constant crashing. Crashes do happen, but this mod crashes every 10 minutes or so.
Every 10 minutes. Every fucking 10 minutes. This is supposed to be next gen. What the fuck are they thinking? I guarantee by next year, it's going to be still bad. I mean, look at this. This should not be orange. This should be at least pink. Or how about this? The Uzi, with their color scheme, with the aura, should be yellow. This, I forgot what weapon it is, but the rifle, the low grade rifle, should be orange. So this color's right. This should be yellow.
And no, I'm not joking.
The shotgun aura should be green. The pistol should be a light green.
I've watched streams.
The melee weapon's supposed to be blue, light blue. Chainsaw, darker blue, if I'm correct. Heavy weapons should be purple to pink.
Of others playing it, and they had the exact same thing. Your setup
Look at that shit. You see him like bouncing for a sec?
doesn't seem to matter too much.
Crash. It's defective edition.
There's also the issue of the game clearly not being balanced for the new engine. Combat is completely different in GTA 4 compared to GTA Vice City, and some missions simply don't work well with these new systems. I don't think it's a lot to ask for the missions to be rebalanced to reflect this, and it's clear some attempt has been made as you now are given bonus weapons and health in places, but simply not enough has been done in my opinion. I will elaborate on all of this as we get into specific examples.
Look at the way he's holding the fucking gun. It's awful.
To be clear, most of the major issues are in the
Look at that. Why is that vehicle like that? Why is it right there? Do you see what I'm seeing? That should not be there.
second half of any typical playthrough. Anything before killing Diaz, it's mostly inoffensive. This is why I believe that videos you've seen here on
Look at the frame drops. You see that? The frame drops. It's crazy.
YouTube calling this mod the best mod of all time.
Probably because it got paid. I guarantee there's some actual FSB people trying to AstroTurf to try to say it's the best thing ever. No, it isn't. It's slop. Asset flip slop.
Are quite disingenuous, as they haven't played enough to see any of the bad parts that you'll see later on. A good example is Mercedes' dialogue once she hops on your bike during the party.
Wow, I really dig your motorcycle.
What the fuck is this? She never said that. There's no point in adding that. I want to see them do this to GTA San Andreas. Because there was a mod years ago, almost a decade ago, they took GTA 4's engine and they put it in San Andreas. Now that's more impressive than this. And I guarantee all the missions involving Russians will be taken out if they did this as well. Did San Andreas as well. Because you know why? Russians can't handle criticism. They can't handle being the bitch of every major power. 3 years special military operation, my guys.
Will you be working for my father?
Maybe.
Look at the face. He is so fucking disappointed in this shit. You got played, brother. Fucking slop. I don't hear anybody talk about it no more. People all of a sudden just stop talking about it. Well, it's because it's now banned and blah, 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 blah. No. Because people are realizing the truth. It's not good. It's slop. The bugs, the crashes. This is just awful. And this has been on development for quite a while.
difficult to
That
be a
didn't sound
rich
like
and
Mercedes.
powerful father.
This clearly isn't her speaking. It's likely dialogue from a GTA 4 character. You'll see a lot of this later.
Oh, the pedestrians, by the way, they're all from GTA 4s. They couldn't even put in dialogue for the pedestrians from GTA Vice City. They couldn't even do that. How fucking lazy you have to be. How lazy? It's not that hard. I guarantee there's like a spreadsheet. You can go into mod files. Or just in general. Make each character sound like it should be. Each pedestrian has its own unique dialogue. They couldn't even do that. Lazy.
But it's a minor thing, pretty forgettable. YouTubers will have seen this and shrugged it off because it's a small mistake that is easily fixed. I did exactly the same. Another positive I forgot to mention before is the phone system also ported over from GTA 4. Tommy doesn't have a phone with a touchscreen or anything, as it's still the 80s, but the phone mechanics are still way better.
It's just a retexture. That's it. It's still thinking it's GTA 4.
You can skip calls now, you can answer them in vehicles, you can sprint with your phone out, you can get calls with a wanted level, and so on. All really good changes. I also love that there are a ton of extra fixed car spawns around, as now we can have way more cars on the screen at once. This is especially a huge positive once you unlock Sunshine Autos later on, as a lot of the cars you need now have fixed spawns compared to just a few in the original game. Oh, and also some of the cutscenes are 100 times better with GTA 4 physics. A big issue that does exist in the early game, however,
Because it's just an engine flip. That's it.
is the lack of ammo. For some reason, weapon pickups give you around half the ammo that they do in the original.
Why couldn't they just keep it where you get more ammo? Oh yeah, because you know why? I guarantee when it goes up, I think it's like, with the rifle, it's 480 rounds, or 480, the match, with a clip on top. So that around 510 for a rifle, 310 for an SMG, 80 something rounds for a pistol, because it's GTA 4's engine.
And missions also give you way less, meaning ammo is super scarce early on. Again, this is inconsistent. When you grab the RPG spawn, it gives you double the usual amount for some reason. Inconsistencies are very common in this mod overall. Even things like explosive barrels feel random as to whether they will explode upon being shot. After finishing Riot, I immediately went and started Avery's chain of missions. You know what that means? Demolition Man, baby. This mission has already gained infamy again for all the same reasons it did back in the day.
And now it's even worse.
The mission has been labeled as impossible without some sort of cheat or trainer to hack the game and make it easier. This is, of course, pure nonsense. I beat the mission on my second attempt. It is, however,
It's because people are not good at video games.
quite poorly designed. The toy helicopter is clearly just a much bigger helicopter shrunken down, meaning it is extremely difficult to control as any minor movement sends you smacking straight into walls. The camera is also really bad in places, constantly freaking out so you can't see where you're going.
And it has the same problem as GTA Defective Edition, where you can't turn properly. They couldn't even take aspects of what GTA Definitive Edition did wrong.
The mission is bad, but what happens after is way, way worse. Go! Easy fucking mission, dude. Easy. Hello? Oh, I died. Yay!
Just... What the fuck is this? If this was... They're lucky it's free. Now it's technically free 100% because you basically download pirated software at this point. This is shit.
Yeah, yeah. Woo! Oh, I shit myself then.
Yeah, probably because he has to deal with so many crashes.
Let's go. Why am I in the interior world? The cut.
Laziness. I guarantee it's because the building has interior mode. Like you go in the interior, and because you spawn there, it still thinks you're in the interior. It doesn't know what the fuck it's doing.
Scene didn't play, and now I'm just showing the interior world. Oh, I can drive.
All the walls are still there. It's just they got too lazy.
No, it's fine. We can play like this. I know the map. I know where I'm going, guys. We're chilling. Then we go over here. Yeah, chilling.
Uh-oh.
Oh, God, the lag. Holy shit.
Remember, this is better, quote-unquote, than GTA the Defective Edition. Buy our workshop. I guarantee if they could get away with it, they would charge you. Because you gotta remember, Russians love to make money sometimes.
What is this lag?
Oh my god, this is so bad.
Legit like 3 FPS all of a sudden.
Like, why is it doing this? Like, why is this doing this? I never seen this with GTA the Defective Edition by City. Never did.
You might think that this is a rare one-off occurrence, but it's a very common thing that is happening to many people playing the mod.
And they don't talk about it. This guy's talking about it. And if you go in... Now, this is where I'm going to go at the end and talk about the comments.
This should have been caught in testing. Heading to see Cortez this time, this mission shows the first time some obviously very jank code
Look at the fucking textures on that chainsaw.
is used to
Look at that. That's shit.
obscure the fact that GTA 4 lacks things that Vice City had.
Why is it that he put in the chainsaw in his pocket? Like, why can't you just do a simple, it's the instantly instead of just putting it in your pocket?
GTA 4 doesn't have a chainsaw, so they coded it as a gun. You can
Look at that. You can see the bullets.
see the bullets leave your weapon as you use it, and you have 9,999 of them according to the UI. I'm not going to pretend that I'm an expert on how to make a chainsaw in GTA 4.
You probably can. You could have just made it where it's a simple knife animation and make it where it stays that way. You should not even be aiming with the gun. It's a gun. It's a retextured gun with the distance of a chainsaw. That's all they did.
But I'm certain this could have been done way better. More Shootout is the first proper instance of blink and you'll miss it weirdness. This right turn he takes is very interesting, although it may seem like whatever on the surface. In the original game, the guy you chase has a dedicated path, and a destination that he needs to get to. If you don't kill him before he gets there, you'll fail the mission. In this mod, he turned right because he is coded to just wander randomly.
How can you do that? GTA 4 has a coding system where you be dealing with certain missions where they go certain areas at certain times. It gives you rubber band physics. They couldn't even do that.
This means that he will never go to the place he is supposed to. Again, we have two logical outcomes here. Either the devs intentionally rewrote the mission for an arbitrary reason,
No. They were lazy. That's what happened.
or they didn't know that he had a destination in the first place. The original Vice City scripts are easy to find and read, so in my opinion,
You're talking about Russians. They barely read their language. They can't even read English.
it is inexcusable for this team to recreate this mission without knowing how it
Team, I'm gonna put quotations. I guarantee that the government said, we keep you doing this mod stuff, but put some malware on this mod and we will let you do this. And if you don't, we're going to conscript you.
properly works. If it was intentional, why did they change it
Look at you. You seen that like flicker of the grass textures? That's lazy.
at all? During Guardian Angels, I get my first wake-up call on how different the gunplay is in GTA 4 and get killed. This death is entirely on me. I didn't respect the enemies enough, and I paid the price for it. What is concerning, though, is what happened afterwards. Again, this isn't a one-off occurrence. If you die in this mod, your game will crash.
Every time you die, your game crashes. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck is this? They didn't playtest it. Just slop.
90% of the time. This is absolutely inexcusable for a public release, and I have no idea how an already delayed mod, due to lack of polish, included such a major bug in their delayed build.
Because they're not modders. These people are probably still modding because the FSB, their government, told them to, so they won't be conscripted. Remember, there's almost 1 million Russians dead already from the war in Ukraine, from the war they started. I guarantee if you go in their Telegram, of course they're in Telegram. It's the only site we can actually talk to Russians, by the way. Like, Russia's internet has become China's internet. They pretty much have a different perspective on their internet now. Outside of Telegram, which, by the way, don't use Telegram. It's a fucked up site.
Crashing due to random factors is
Only criminals and pedos use it.
harder to pin down and find a solution. Crashes that all players face almost every single time they die absolutely should have been fixed before release.
We're talking about fucking modders who don't even understand simple coding.
Phnom Penh is the first time you'll see another issue, which shows in later missions as well. Sometimes the audio is really low quality. The voice lines sound crunchy and poorly balanced.
Because they just took the asset of they took the audio file, put it in a different engine, they didn't test it, and they didn't give a shit. These people are not coders. These people are just asset flippers. They con you.
It's impressive to make the audio sound worse than it did on a PS2 disc. I have no idea what happened here.
Laziness. It's called laziness.
Phnom Penh
And Russian slop. You know, people complain about Eurojank, but Eurojank has like a certain... If you know what I mean with Eurojank, that's the term used for people who are like small devs who make games. Like, look at Stalker, the old Stalker games. They're very buggy. But you know what? The gameplay is at least fun. Well, this is just shit.
also adds a lot of weird things, such as a lot of extra or moved enemies.
Look at that. He keeps shooting the barrel. What the fuck is this?
And the ability to leave the helicopter at any time, which instantly fails the mission. It also lacks basic testing, as you can very easily break the mission towards the end. Once Lance lands, you can hijack his helicopter, as it isn't locked or anything. Then, at the newly rewritten ending of the mission, you softlock.
Remember this. People say the defective edition's bad. This is worse.
This is very easy to replicate, and again, should have been found in test.
Look at that. Hold on. I think it's this one. Look at the hair textures. You know, people complain about the hair on Vercetti on the definitive edition, but his hair looks like a fucking plastic cap. Just as bad, if not worse. Lazy.
Found in testing. The fastest boat also has new arbitrary enemy spawns that can get you killed if you're not careful.
Look at the hair. I feel like I can grab Vercetti's hair, pull it off, and it's going to be a giant Lego piece on his head.
And also has the first instance that I saw of giving you small upgrades to try and offset the terrible balancing. Any one of these enemies can destroy you 1v1 here, as they have assault rifles, which are far more deadly compared to the assault rifles in Vice City. The mod tries to...
Because GTA 4's engine. Because GTA 4 has different gameplay styles. Most enemies on GTA 4 carry SMGs or pistols. I should say pistols. It was rare to see someone carrying an assault rifle. because that was the point of GTA 4. It was meant to be more, you can say, realistic. So that means a rifle would have killed you instantaneously.
Compensate by giving you a rifle of your own, but it isn't obvious at all. Especially so in GTA 4, as the weapon pickups are much smaller and harder to spot.
Because it's GTA 4's weapon system. Hey, at least it was orange, but that's because all guns in GTA 4, it's orange.
This means that most players won't see this rifle, and
Look at this fucking texture, dude. This is shit texturing. You could have easily taken the, look at the hair. Look at the fucking hair. You could tell like halfway point that the hair looks good here, and then it looks like a fucking plastic dome. Lazy. Look at the gun. Look at the fucking gun. Where's the sight? Where's the iron sight? What's he looking at? This looks like a Roblox gun. This is Roblox. I have seen people on Roblox make better shit than this. Lazy.
just have to deal with a massive difficulty spike for no reason.
The gun doesn't even have animations when you shoot. For fuck's sake.
When you trigger the boat to drop and immediately get greeted with 6 enemies that annihilate you if you're not already in cover. There is health inside as another attempted fix, but
Why is he carrying a baseball bat?
again, the health packs are very small and it's not usually there, meaning it can easily be missed. All of this doesn't matter though when the game crashes, meaning you have to redo it all anyway, even if you do survive.
Remember, this is considered a good version.
The fastest boat is also a questionable name now, as the boats in this mod are ridiculously slow.
Because the boats on all GTA games are shit. Lazy. Fucking lazy.
Even for GTA 4 standards. And they drive like pure ass as well.
Because this boat, I guarantee, is like one of the default boats, and they wouldn't give a simple speedo, whatever boat is like a fast boat on GTA 4, because they were too lazy.
So yes, sir.
Also, with that boat, you can go through it because they didn't properly give it collision.
Is an interesting one, as in the original game you have many options on how to retrieve the tank from the army. I tried a bunch of them and none of them worked. I had to wait for them to get donuts before I could steal it. The tank is also janky as hell, as there was no tank really in GTA 4.
Yeah, they couldn't do it had to ACP. They could have given this to ACP, but they didn't. You know what they did? They just took a simple heavy-duty truck. That's all they did. Lazy. The gun doesn't work. The turret doesn't work. What the fuck were they doing?
So this thing is basically just a car. It doesn't blow up other cars when they collide with you, and the turret doesn't work at all like in the original game. It's a big downgrade. Also, at the end of this mission, this can happen. Hello, officers.
Look at that texture. Look at that texture. Look at it. I want you to look at it.
I can steal the tank. But I think the thing is locked below me. Yeah, no, I'm stuck. Death Row is another mission that clearly isn't tested around the GTA 4 mechanics, as on your escape, Lance can easily be shot dead over and over inside the car by the guys chasing you down. I got out without any problems. Okay, one slight problem. But the others...
Why is that still in GTA 4? I mean, not GTA. See, I'm calling it GTA 4 now. What the fuck, dude?
weren't so lucky.
Aw, are you serious?
I will give props to the devs though, as they managed to recreate Lance's horrible AI perfectly. Shakedown has some good and bad parts. The randomness of how many bullets it takes to smash the windows has been removed, but also the GTA 4 indoor sprinting speed
They couldn't even give proper glass physics. Like, I'm not sure if it's like the glass should be like, if you ever actually hit glass in real life, well, it comes to certain forms of glass, like not window glass, but car glass. It's made to shatter into tiny pieces. Are all these windows like this? I don't think they didn't have this for Windows back in the 80s for all Windows.
Speed is so slow, it really makes doing this mission a drag. Also, the ending trigger seems to be
Because that's one thing I hate about GTA 4. You didn't have a default running speed. What do I mean by this? Where you have to hold down the A button or the X button to run. And you had to tap it to sprint. They could have done something that a lot of people want, where instead of holding the A button or the X button or whatever, I think it's the shift key to run, you could have easily taken GTA Online. Because GTA Online on GTA 4, you had it where you didn't have to sprint. You didn't have to hold down A or X or shift to run. The way you walked was you slightly moved the analog stick. They couldn't even put that in. A life convenience. And maybe make it where in the interiors, you can sprint.
broken as I smashed all the windows, but nothing happened for ages until the end cutscene finally played. This is also a good time to point out another recurring issue. Every time you complete a mission, you don't lose your wanted level like you do in the original. This creates such an annoying gameplay loop of having to get rid of the cops every single time you complete a mission.
They couldn't do that either. They just didn't want to. It's laziness.
Having to load your autosave and get teleported miles away to Ocean Beach, or driving all the way to a pay and spray before you can continue moving on. There only seems to be one mission that removes it, which makes me think that that was added as a mistake. I don't know why they changed this, it's just boring. Speaking of broken mission triggers, the Copland Garage one is also seemingly busted. Once you enter the garage, 2 scripted cops should spawn in and trigger the next part of the mission, but this just doesn't happen anymore. I needed to wait for the mission to catch up. Are you okay, lady?
Simple fucking shit. Why is she in the ground? Is she gonna be kicked in the head like a soccer ball?
Lady? Alright, I'll put you out in
Can't even properly do simple coding.
misery. Oh, no, she's just chilling. Okay. Okay.
And we have third-party tools that make anyone can code. Like, coding's become a lot easier over the years. You can even do AI that could do better than this.
Yeah.
But they did AI for the voice acting.
Moving on. Another addition I really like are the physical money counters they've added to each asset, which you interact with in order to take money from your assets now.
It wouldn't shock me if this is from like GTA 4.
That plus the couches or beds to save your game make for a better looking experience than the icons in the original game. Now we are onto assets and need money. Many of you might immediately think of Cone Crazy as a great way to cheese lots of cash. I thought the same, so I went to check it out as well. Cone Crazy is different. When I went to the roof, the stallion didn't even spawn in like it should, and the mission has quite a glaring issue. In this mod, you instantly fail the mission if you touch a cone. Unlike in the original where you had to physically break the cone,
You have to deal with the fucking shitty driving of GTA 4 now. And if you touch the cone, failed.
in order to fail. The text even still tells you that you smashed a cone when you didn't. When I raised this on my stream, I was told that it's clearly a fix for people exploiting the mission for cash, which I found hilarious. This is clearly a bug. The mission fails you for something that you didn't do. If this is an intended fix, then it's a terrible fix. The whole fix argument makes even less sense when you realize that Cone Crazy is in fact easier to cheese for cash in this mod. You don't even need to beat your previous score like in the original. You just double your money regardless every time you beat the mission, as long as you don't fail it. Comical. I completed pole
Yes. Very shit. So you can break the game instantaneously.
position and went over to the boatyard next. The boatyard presents another issue with the aesthetics of the mod. The visual models of vehicles and their actual collision doesn't match at all. This is easily seen here with the Squallow, where you can walk right through.
I guarantee there's a default boat. I guarantee it has like a roof they can't see, and you climb on top of it, and you just float in the air.
The boat's entire front section, which should have collision. I'm not sure if they just updated the models and forgot to update the collision or what.
Because they were too lazy. They were too drunk on vodka.
But it happens with a ton of vehicles and even some parts of the map. I went to Sunshine Autos next and immediately faced yet another game-breaking bug. I was on the hunt for vehicles to send to the export garage when all of a sudden things stopped loading in properly. This got worse and worse over time as I kept driving around and
Might be a memory leak. Dude, look at this. What the fuck is this texture? I don't think that GTA 4... Not GTA... See, I keep saying GTA 4. This probably is from GTA 4. This is awful. God damn, this is awful. They couldn't even do a proper tire. This tire looks like shit. Is it a plastic cap?
until it became unplayable. And it's a common issue as it's mentioned on their FAQ. Good to know that even if you don't crash, you'll need to restart the game anyway due to a different problem.
Why you need to do this? Why couldn't he just fix this shit? It was delayed. Why couldn't they do this? Do simple coding.
I grinded some more asset money by doing the SSA races, did the print works, and then moved on to Kaufman cabs. First mission of this asset, instant game breaking bug. Great. Firstly, they've added a nonsense fail condition into this mission where if you shoot the rival cab driver, you instantly fail. This was not present in the original game, and I have no idea why they added it. The mission fail text says that you spooked the VIP. What, so shooting his car until it explodes doesn't spook him, but shooting the driver does? Nonsense. That's not the game-breaking part though. The game-breaking part is that once you damage the rival taxi enough for the VIP to get out, he gets in your taxi, gets out again, in again, and then just dies.
What the fuck is this?
This happened every single time, no matter what I tried. I tried not shooting at all and just ramming the car to death. I tried getting the taxi stuck, you name it. Everything I did, the VIP just dropped dead regardless, even though he was in no danger. If you remember before, all of the assets are supposed to be mandatory now, meaning that if one of them has a bug that stops you from completing it like this, your entire progress is halted. You can't beat the game. This won't be the last time we'll see a mandatory mission completely broken, but for now, I moved on to other missions. I headed to do some side missions as I needed the money anyway. So I did the Love Fist and
What the fuck was that?
Biker storyline. Messing with the man is another infamous mission in the original game due to it being poorly designed and not telling the player properly what to do in order to beat the mission.
Here's another bug.
Impressively, they again made it worse in this mod. In the original game, you need to cause chaos, shoot cars, kill cops, blow things up, stuff like that. In this mod,
Yeah, grenades. You can break it with grenades. And don't do any chaos. What the fuck is this? If this was, I guarantee people will glaze the Russian cock. Suck on that cock. They will go up to Vladimir Putin and suck on that cock. His tiny cock. But if this was made by Rockstar, they would tear a new asshole. Because the fact is, people are just vindictive. And they don't have any principle. And they will call this the best thing ever. This is shit.
all the mission checks for is if you're shooting a gun, and if there's been an explosion near the player. Add on a multiplier if the player is on a freeway or an angel, and this is what you end up with. The best part is that each time the meter increases, there's code that adds a random number of extra progression on top. This means that the mission is in.
Look at that. You can just take a chainsaw and just shoot the gun, and boom, you instantaneously passed.
Entirely luck-based. You can do the same thing in 2 attempts, fail the first one, and pass the other. Terrible coding.
Yeah, very terrible coding. This is something that even people who start doing video games should know. As I said, these people are not coders. These people are asset flippers. And they're lucky they're in Russia because they've been sued out the wazoo. But you know, they're in Russia, so they can do whatever they want.
All Hands on Deck is one of the funniest missions I've seen in any GTA Vice City mod.
Look at this. This is meant to move, by the way. That's supposed to, I think it moves even when it's like idle, when nobody's not using it.
Boot up the game right now and try this at home. Start All Hands on Deck. Shoot Cortez to fail the mission. Start the mission again. When you restart it, Sir Yes Sir starts the previous mission in the chain. Failing this mission actually undoes progress in your save. You literally go back a mission. This is unbelievably impressive.
Yeah, that's like that's something that even the defective edition doesn't have. This is terrible. This is terrible, and these people are coping and seething, trying to say this is the best thing since sliced bread. What the fuck?
How did they code it this poorly, and how on earth did this make it to the public release?
Oh, they don't care. They don't care. This is going to give you some spyware by their fucking Russian overlords. Their supreme leader, Vladimir Putin.
I've played some bad mods in my time, but I have never once seen my mission progress be undone.
Yes, even he knows this is bad. This is the worst thing I've seen. I have seen some shit, but this has got to be the worst mod I've ever seen.
Is a first for me. Even if you don't get sent back a mission, this mission is really poorly made. The boats are once again so slow that you spend 80% of your time waiting around. And when you finally get to the end and the hunter spawns, your game crashes.
Boom. Wait all that time, crash. I just imagine all these people playing this game, glazing the Russian cock with a Wojak meme. It's like, it's good, bros, it's good, bros. You might as well, okay, I got a better idea. If you're willing to pirate GTA 4, because you have to pirate it now, you can't actually download it now, because Rockstar put their foot down. You might as well go on to a pirating site and download a PC port of GTA, and then go to a Nexus mod or whatever mod software you use, whatever mod website, download some texture packs. Boom. Better. That's what you do. Instead of playing this slop.
This happened to me over and over again, and it happened to others as well. I'd get to the end and the game would crash.
He should have a crash counter. He couldn't do a drinking game. Now, Russian could. Maybe they did a drinking game of this. Maybe when they were doing mod testing, they said, let's do a drinking game. Ivan, well, let's do a drinking game. And they just constantly being drunk and they didn't pay attention to all the bugs.
This would usually be bad enough, but once again, I need to stress, they've made this mission mandatory. If you have the issues I did in this mission and you can't get past the crashes...
You can tell, he's fucking raging. You can tell in this fucking video right here. He's using a video clip. And you can tell he's fucking screaming. You know, he's like fucking boom, 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 you know, hitting his fucking leg, the table, whatever. He's fucking pissed.
You are fucked. You can't beat the game. The only thing that worked for me even close to consistently was rocketing the hunter immediately so it didn't have time to crash my game.
Why you have to do this? Why you have to do this just so you can beat the mission? This is lazy. Fucking lazy.
But even then, I still crashed a whole lot. Unbelievable. I tried to escape the bugs by doing some payphone missions instead, but even those are sadly bugged. Check out the check-in now has extra bodyguards surrounding the target for some odd reason.
Why? Why you need more bodyguards? What were they thinking?
And they don't react properly to the player at all. They run away like scared pedestrians. If you're going to add arbitrary enemies, at least copy the code from the working bodyguard to them so that they actually work.
They couldn't even copy it right. They couldn't even copy it right. Lazy.
Also, the scanners at the airport trigger on a radius instead of when you walk through them like in the original.
Why you have to do that? Like, why? Why can't you just do a simple? Maybe put a door texture and make it invisible. You go through the door, it gets rid of your weapons. They couldn't even do that right.
Meaning that not only can you easily smuggle weapons into the airport, but you can also lose your weapon that you're supposed to use in the mission without doing anything wrong. Also, for some reason, they've completely changed how the final payphone mission unlocks. In the original, you needed to complete the penultimate payphone mission, and also the shootist from the Malibu Club. Now the shootist just isn't needed at all, the mission unlocks anyway. Why? Film studios are next, and oh boy are these missions a real doozy. I was curious as to how they would code Dildo Dodo as there's no planes in GTA 4, meaning that they'd need to come up with a custom solution. They traded the plane with a helicopter instead, which is whatever.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. But they could just, yeah, I don't know, add a plane. I mean, it's not too hard when you think about it. I guarantee there's mods that you could have used. But no, they didn't pay attention to that.
Seemingly simple mission. Seemingly, I say, because one of the only other things that they had to code in this mission is bugged. The checkpoints you drive through and the hitboxes for them are completely messed up. You can drive right through a checkpoint visually and it won't count. Brilliant.
If this was made by Rockstar, this would be the worst thing ever. But because they're Russians, and this is a fact too with their race, their ethnicity, because they are an orc, they get a pass. Now, if they were Ukrainian, a different group of people, Ukrainian or any other group, they would have their asshole lit on fire. Because people have this weird Russian fetish now. Instead of criticizing what they deserve to be criticized, well, they're Russian, they don't know any better, or you're just being Russophobic. You're just a racist. I don't give a shit if I'm racist towards a Russian. They don't question the war. Who the fuck cares? They can't even make a proper game.
Now I've mentioned the film studios, your mind might spring into action and immediately think, how on earth did they make G-Spotlight work? Well,
Yeah, because this is shit. There's no way you could do this. The driving mechanics of Vice City 3 San Andreas, it's arcadey, where GTA 4, it's realistic. Now, if it was made in GTA 5 engine, it could have worked, because GTA 5 engine, it's very different. It's still the same engine, but they made it more arcadey.
Answer it for you. They didn't. If you do this as you're intended, you die.
So you have a soft lock and you have to cheese it. What the fuck is this?
Playtesters, what have you been doing?
Being drunk? That's what happened. They're not coders. This is shit.
Again, this mission is mandatory. It's not like it was a side thing that's been forgotten about.
Look at that. I told you before. Hold on. Let me press my button. Yeah, I am. Come on. Let me just boom.
Have you been doing?
Mission
Again,
bell.
this mission is mandatory. It's not like it was a side thing.
What the fuck is that? That's shit.
that's been forgotten about. There are also stunt jumps littered throughout this rooftop course, which are almost impossible as they don't even trigger when you hit them with max speed due to the GTA 4 physics.
Yeah, they didn't think of this. They just took the mission, plopped it in there, didn't play test it, and said, there we go. Have a good day, sir. Download our spyware, mod.
Nobody tested this. It's clear as day.
Yeah, they don't care. This is shit. This is fucking shit quality. This is 10 times worse than the defective edition. At least with what they did, Grove Street Games, they actually somewhat tested it. They just didn't look into the proper details. This is shit.
Anyway, after shooting...
And by the way, Grove Street Games, they make mobile games. So when people want to bitch about them, they made mobile games. They didn't do games like this. I think they did GTA Liberty City Stories, but that was a simple phone, because mobile games, they ported it to the phone. And they gave the testers a little bit of an upgrade. Not much. They didn't use AI or anything like that. And that's all they did. A simple port, which you really don't need because you can download an ISO file and have PS3 emulator on your phone. There you go. I have it on my phone.
Putting out the glass manually at the start and getting used to the bike physics, G-Spotlight is actually quite easy. I think I've made it! I think I've made it! Come on, please! I think I'm good. Yes! Yes, let's go! The cutscene's fucked, but I don't care. Yes! Mission's so easy, bro. Don't mind.
Oh god, I couldn't play this. Either I get too angry at this shit, or I would have to drink just to play this shit.
No way! No way! I died! I died from that! What the fuck, dude?
Crash.
Dude, oh god.
This is the worst mod ever. This is the fucking worst mod ever. Amateurs are not this bad.
Back to Kaufman Cabs. I gave VIP another go, and it just worked. I did exactly the same thing as I did the previous days, and it passed with no problems. Super weird.
Yeah, there's no consistency. There should be consistency.
I went to finish up the asset and ran into some good stuff with the final Kaufman mission, Cabmageddon. They've made another arbitrary change here by locking you inside of your cab, which will be important later. They've also bugged the AI so if you drive away, they can't find you and all get stuck near the gate. The boss then spawns and can't enter the compound as all the taxis are blocking him, and he gets stuck on the other side of the gate as it's supposed to close behind him, but it closes in front of him instead. Usually, you could just leave your taxi, but their idiotic change of locking you in the cab means that the only way to progress the mission at this point is to ram a wall and launch yourself out through the windscreen.
Why you have to do that? They couldn't even... What the fuck? What the fuck is this?
If your health is too low to do this, you're soft locked.
This is shit. This would piss me off.
Incredible.
I'm glad I didn't download this shit. Look at the textures on this. They couldn't even do a proper textures with a fucking cherry popper.
Next up in the line of missions that are bad in the original and somehow even worse in this mod is cherry poppers. The original issues still exist from the original game. The requirement of...
Why is pedestrian doing a sweeping? Why is he doing that? Why is he doing that? He is a simple pedestrian. He's not like a special pedestrian. No, he's a fucking retextured asset.
50 deals needed in a row are not communicated to the player at all. But that's a vanilla issue, so I'm not counting it. What I do count is how they've coded the wanted levels to be entirely random. In the original, 4 done deals equals a wanted star. Very simple. In this mod, they're completely luck-based.
Simple. Remember, simple coding. A fucking 12-year-old can do this. They couldn't even do that.
You can do one deal and instantly get the police after you. Lose the cops, do one more deal, instant police attention again. Pair this with the cops being way faster than you, and you not being able to pay and spray if they spot you entering the pay and spray, and you have an already boring mission that drags on for over twice as long, once again due to nonsense design decisions. The final asset we need is the Malibu Club. This asset really shows the amount of effort put in towards the endgame of this mod. Every mission spawns you inside of the club, unlike the original which puts you outside, meaning needless backtracking out of the club with forced DMCA music blasting in your ears with each mission attempt.
Yeah, so if you play this on Twitch, now TikTok I think be fine if it's mute your VOD, same way as Twitch, YouTube, you can't play it, yeah, mute your shit before you do it.
The first mention of Cam Jones has his name set properly. The next one lists him as Cam Johnson.
Why is it like that? Why is it Cam Johnson? You know why? Because these Russians don't know proper English. They didn't even pay attention to the English.
Instead, I guess this guy is CJ's long lost uncle or something now. There is also a known issue here that I didn't personally experience, where the keycard can spawn underneath the map and you cannot progress. This happens in a lot of missions, including naval engagement, and if it happens to you, your playthrough is basically done for.
Yeah. I'm not sure if he means by done for, it's like, done for just for the mission, or it's always going to spawn like that, to where you can't even beat the game. What the fuck is this?
Also, the paint spray you're intended to use doesn't work. Onto the shootist and more instances of failing the mission for doing as you're told. In this mission, you need to beat Phil's score of 60, meaning you need to get 61 points or more in order to pass. 60 is a fail. This makes it quite confusing then when the UI has a counter out of 60, implying that 60 is the correct number of points to get. The mod also tells you that you can press backspace to exit the round that you're on at any time and head to the next one. If you do this, you fail the mission for leaving.
Like, why? What the fuck? You can fucking kill Phil.
The shooting range. The job now has the heist vehicle parked around back for some reason, meaning more needless running around. It's also a van now instead of a taxi.
Yeah, they couldn't do a taxi. That's too much work, guys.
Sure, whatever. I don't really care about the vehicle choice until it causes issues. Issues, like now the dialogue doesn't make any sense. During the drive to the bank, Cam claims that Hillary is taking up too much room, but now since we're in a van, Hillary is in the front and completely separate from Cam. You'll also hear more random GTA 4 dialogue here, as Phil is actually Brucey for some reason, and you'll hear his lines instead of the Vice City dialogue.
How does that make sense? Lazy fuckers.
Oh, and also the SWAT guys at the end, completely invisible.
We don't need to give them textures. Buy our slop, okay? Look at the textures. Couldn't even improve on the texture. You know, I found one modder who called his it was called a true definitive edition of GTA San Andreas. They did more work than this. They gave new guns on GTA San Andreas. They gave you an AK that looks good. They gave you new animations on the same engine that GTA San Andreas runs on. Better than this.
Just one of the longest missions in the entire game to bug out right at the end, meaning you have to do the whole thing again. One positive I will say about this mod is at least they kill Hillary properly. Now we're done with all of the assets, we can finally beat the game. If you guessed that the final mission was also extremely poorly and arbitrarily rewritten, you'd be right on the money.
He's understating it too.
Usually this mission is very simple in the original. Start mission, wait a minute, Lance spawns. Kill Lance. Another...
Just meat chunk disappear. They're probably taking the drone strike ticket all the time in Russia.
A minute later, Sonny spawns if Lance is dead. Kill Sonny, mission ends. So simple, right? They surely couldn't mess this up. Wonder if you can just stun lock Lance. Oh, he runs after you, look. This is new. Oh no, he's invincible. They made him invincible for some reason. Yeah. Very cool.
Ah, we don't have to do the proper coding. Nah, that's too much work. Ew.
He's not invincible in the original, by the way.
Crossing piece of shit.
It's a feature. It's a feature. Don't you dare criticize this. You're Russophobic. You fucking racist.
History, Tommy! History!
This is so well coded, guys. What a good mod.
This is the worst mod I've ever seen. This has got to be the worst. This is 10 times worse than the defective edition. 10 times worse. There's no point in even downloading it. This is shit. You spend more time trying to work around the game to actually play it. That's not what a game should be.
Yeah, maybe I can go up to the roof. I don't know.
Even the gun. Look at the gun also with this one as well. They could have gave, I don't know, maybe some minor physics on the strip of ammo you have. They could have made where it moved around slightly.
I'm not so sure about that. Maybe I can just like push him down the stairs and he'll die from fall damage or something. Who knows? Will he even go up the stairs is the question. Oh. Yeah. He just falls over. I don't think I can get him up the stairs. Shoot him up the stairs. Oh! His AI just activated.
Yep. Shit, dude.
I think. Oh, no, is he dead?
Restart the mission. It's your fault, you racist.
It's he's alive, I think. But he's dead? Nade him? Surely he's all proof, right? He's not just like
Burn him.
explosive proof. I can try. I have grenades. That might be a bit far away. Oh, he got up!
It just works, chat. It just works. High grade Russian quality.
Dude! It's working! Now what is he doing? He just ran back here again. He just went back to his original place just to get stuff locked again, bro. Okay.
You know, I have seen GTA the defective edition. I never seen bugs like this. It was always textures issues. This is just that bad. This has been delayed. I think like twice, if I'm correct. And they say this is good? The fuck are they talking about? The fuck are they smoking?
Okay, so Lance is bugged, but we found a way to kill him. Surely Sonny will spawn now, right? Nope. Sonny is nowhere to be seen.
I bet he's been doing this like 10 to 20 minutes. And now he can't even fucking beat it.
2 triggers in this mission, and both of them don't work properly. The Sonny one is especially hilarious as they added in an extra arbitrary trigger for him to spawn, which of course is bugged. Rather than needing Lance to be dead and the time requirement like before, now you also need to kill the guy stealing the money from your safe. The issue with this is that even if you kill the guys, taking the money from your safe, the mission doesn't progress. The corpses of the enemy you just killed at the safe continue stealing money from you as though they're still alive. And if you're losing money, Sonny can't spawn. Let's see if the thing disappears.
And this is a fucking simple coding issue that they could have fixed. But they didn't do proper testing and they didn't give a shit.
Yeah. It works. You just gotta wait for the bodies to despawn.
What the fuck?
Really funny. Bro.
What the fuck? They couldn't even do a proper testing of the fucking rocket launcher. The only time that does that is when you shoot on the fucking ground. And I think that's a bug even on 4.
Oh. As if he fucking dodges that. Alright, whatever. Fuck you, bro.
He's done. He is fucking done. He doesn't want to do this no more. He just want to beat this game, never touch it again, play something better. This is like fucking, what's that one game called? Big Regs quality.
I tried to be fun. GG. It's worth mentioning now that we're wrapping up that there are dozens more issues myself and others found, but this video is already long enough as it is. If you enjoy this mod, then good for you. Don't let my negative opinion change your mind or sour your taste of it. Ultimately, I'm just one guy, and my opinion really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Lots of people are really enjoying this mod, and that's great. The developers are also apparently working on patches as we speak, which is
No, they're not. No, they're fucking not. It would take more years. Just simple coding to do it. This is simple shit. If they took this long and they still released it and thought this is good, they're not playtesting it. This is the same quality you see in new games as well. Even worse. Oh, with the 4 people. This is simple shit that anybody could have done. They don't care. They want you to download their spyware.
great news. Hopefully, a lot of these issues will be fixed in the near future, and the true potential of this project will show itself. I didn't make this video to shit on the team making it.
You should shit on them. You're too nice. They said they were going to make something better. They lied to you. They lied to us. This is fucking excuses after excuses. Don't give these people a fucking lead of saying they did okay. Don't give them a sticker, a gold star sticker. This is just shit. This is fucking awful. This should not be on any form of saying a remake or remastered or whatever. It's shit.
Made this video to talk about my
If this was made 15 years ago, back in the early 2010s, I can give them a proper excuse. But we're in 2025. Anyone can make games now. I can download Unreal or whatever modern software or whatever new engine or whatever you can use. And I can make a game if I wanted to. They use Unreal. I think it was Unreal. Oh, no, it was Unity, right? I forgot which one. Unity, Unreal. They used like a simple, unified engine to make the defective edition. So they had to work with a brand new engine just to patch everything in. And they still need people. They couldn't just use AI for everything. And he did a lot more work than these people. Than these 4 fucking Russians.
experiences playing through Nextgen Edition. I made this video to document bugs and feedback for the developers.
I think he's the only person that's trying to properly criticize these people. Everyone else has been fucking silenced. I guarantee there's false flag campaigns going on with the fucking Russian bots. This is shit. Whenever I look up Grand Theft Auto Vice City Next Gen is crap, sucks, whatever, you see nothing but Galatians just dick riding all the way. Garbage.
So that they can create the best version of their mod possible. I think we all want that at the end of the day, and we all want more developers to work on more cool projects, regardless of Take-Two's insistence to nuke any project that threatens their bottom line. Thanks for watching.
Subscribe to English Ben. He is a hero for criticizing this, calling out the shit. I feel like he should have said the truth even more and been more harsher to these modders. Call out their names. Call out the team more. This is garbage. Plain garbage. Slop AI. Slop. No effort. No effort. Been delayed, I think, a few times. And they put out this shit. Let's go in the comments. Russians, make something decent and cheap. Englishman, actually, it's not so good as it would be. You notice how he said Russians? They're taking personal offense because you know why? There were active groups on this fucking team, on this fucking comments trying to dick ride. Many of them, look at the comments. Over 1,000. This only has 28k, and you know why? Because the FSB is trying to defend this shit. Because this is assets of GTA 4. I mean, GTA Vice City put onto GTA 4's engine. And now the government of Russia has approved this, and they're trying to defend it. This is what happens when you criticize the orcs. Yes, I'm gonna call them orcs. I don't give a shit. They are fucking orcs. Blah, blah, blah. Yap, yap, yap. This is honestly the worst criticism I have ever heard on YouTube against a mod. Keep in mind that the mod has made by 4 or 5 people. 4 people. And they don't get paid. It doesn't matter. This is not that hard to mod in. There are people who have less people who have made entirely different games. They just asset flipped it. And they've been taking years for this. Let's see here. Let's look at more comments. There's always something unhappy with life. And when they don't like something, they come and make a video essay as their opinion is the right one. Just come look at the title. You can see that. Dude, 4 guys in Russia released this mod and themselves and still much better than the definitive edition. I almost stuttered there because defective edition. Defective edition. Chud. And there are people complaining. Of course, it will have bugs and crashes, but they're a small team. They're a small team. Putting all effort in this mod and releasing it for free, bro. It was not free originally, by the way. You had to download GTA 4. You had to buy it. Now you can download it for free, but you're basically committing piracy. And if you don't have a VPN, I think, you know, you can get in trouble for that if you're in certain countries. So that got rid of that. This video is just a dumpster fire. People who like our reason why EA Ubisoft, the Russian dick suckers. Let's look at this account. Guarantees like some sort of orc. Green skin motherfucker. This video is a load of crap. Guarantees like some Russian dude. You treat and criticize this mod of the stories and main title game from company. This is actually praise itself. I don't know. This is not a scam. You know nothing, bro. It's a scam, bro. I guarantee 2 orcs. Let's see the. Yeah, let's see it. May, November. This is totally not a Russian bot. Guys, it's not a Russian bot. This is not a scam. You know nothing, bro. Blit. I fully agree. Next Gen Edition has some upgrades, but also looks worse a lot of areas. Still better to play than the OG versions, Next Gen Definitive Edition. It's still shit, bro. This is not the good one. This mod is like a Linux. It's free and open source. You can either make a video telling how bad it is, or use it, time, and fix instead. Give a like. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the Linux community. Same shit. It's free, but it's shit. I can't enjoy it because of the crashing every 25 minutes of gameplay. Preach, brother! I understand the criticism, and it made me hate and love Vice City Nextgen Edition. What are you talking about? Let's see here. Out of touch, man. What are you talking about? It's not out of touch. He's a fucking speedrunner. He knows this game ins and outs. Let's see here. Gotta go to the ones that I imagine working for years. Denying mission, the scanning missions and scratch not campaign, anything. Nah. Disclaimer. This is a bunch of anti-Milkstar fanboys. What the fuck are you talking about? This dude hates the definitive edition as much as any other person. There is no fanboyism going on. This is a simple criticism. This is not even that bad of criticism. It could have been far worse. But people are too scared because they don't want to be called racist. To the orcs. Fuck you, orcs. Okay. Let's see the I know who you're talking about. That guy is pathetic. What the fuck are you talking about? And I've seen this fucker before. Whoa. There. Chud the fan made free to play mod. Made for 4 modders. Just cope. Big fatty crybaby. Is mad because his game is crashing. Totally not a bot. You know, a Russian bot paid by the FSB. Hey, Mr. Right, can you say to camera, bottle of water? What the fuck is this? People should stop the excuse with the it's just a mod made by a small group of people. And because it doesn't mean it's safe from a critique, understand it for once. The mod has problems like crashes, glitches, unpublished missions, and much more. Also, don't like that it doesn't have the sounds from the original Vice City. Police sirens. Yeah, that's another thing that has. Give you a like. Hey everyone, there is 14-year-old Indian Milkstar fanboy. Yeah. Another orc. Oh yeah, I think this is the one I critique, isn't it? Yeah, it is. There are people, and I guarantee it's like a few groups of people. It could be from the modders themselves, or you know, actual Russians who are trying to dick ride this. Because there are people who are Russian trying to dick ride this. I think it's an AI bot, by the way, because in Russia they use bots to make them seem like real people. This is clearly bots. Okay. 14-year-old Indian Milkstar fanboys in the comments named Adrives. He is not mad and crying that the Russian mod is better than the garbage buggy defective edition. If you see this, make sure to bot him and make him more angry. Me and Cry team enjoy seeing him crying. Go spam him and things. So basically trying to harass people. This is in fucking this guy's comment section, trying to dox and harass people. There's doxing, by the way. There are actual doxers on here trying to dox people. Oh, for sure. I'm gonna look for him now. You got his home address, phone number? Give it to me, brother. What the fuck is wrong with people? There were doxing going on. Why are you doxing people? You fucking orc? You disgusting green-skinned tusk women people? You filthy orcs. The fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, I'm tracing his info now. Already poured it up. I'ma send it to in a bit, bro. I'll DM you with more info on that clown. Why is there doxing campaigns going on? This is actually going on. They were trying to dox somebody just because he's giving criticism. You know, people who are actually agreeing with this motherfucker. The fuck is wrong with these people? Oh wow, so mature. You guys so tough. And now so weak. I'm in my butt. Okay, cry some more, kid. YouTube, fix your price system that keep removing the handles. I'm 34 and I don't need the illusion to scare me. Maybe you should. Okay, I don't know. This guy's kind of weird. Like weird. Yeah. In our previous, he kind of annoyed me when I said that, because they're kind of bots too. Yeah, another good mod for driving around, but so inconsistent. Oh, what am I? It's fucking inconsistent with the mission. However, props to the modders. No, it's shit. I think I even said it was shit. You're mad and crying because four Russian bot. Let's look at this one, the chosen one. Super quiz. Not to brag, but I aced 25 quizzes. The fucking Russian bot. It's a bot. Oh shit, Ivan's so mad. Okay, this garbage video has been reported. So they're falsely reporting people, by the way. They're reporting this fucking guy who's given proper criticism of this game. I guarantee he's having to deal with fucking false strikes. Let's see here. Yeah, these are all bots, by the way. All bots. You can't criticize so more. What the fuck is this shit? Let me go back to the one I did. Oh, this one I made. I went through every comment made by yourself on this thread, and they have been reported numerous times. I also went to your channel, and another reported and made as well. Your time on YouTube has soon end. So they're falsely reporting my channel, by the way. They are reporting my fucking channel. I haven't got any strikes yet, but this is just a simple fact. They are reporting my fucking shit. Why are they doing this? Because you know why? Russians, that's why. Orcs. 3-day special military operation, people. Let's see here. Garbage video has been reported. Abusing the copyright system. I think your experience is too high. No, it isn't. This is not too high. Yeah, but there's so many bots on here. Look at this. Look at this. Reported. Cry more. Just bots. Bots. They're mad. All these people are either the mod team itself, where they're making multiple accounts to falsely strike criticism of the mod, or it could be they are working for the government of Russia, which is very true because there's the way Russia is going, you can't be anonymous on Russia no more. They're taking away your right to be anonymous on the internet in Russia. Their internet has become China's internet. They have a social credit system. If you criticize the government too much, you'd be sent on the front line to be killed in Russia. There's over 1 million Russians dead in Russia. You can't criticize the game. This mod is shit. I wouldn't recommend downloading it because it could be some very serious shit going on with the files itself. You could get in some major issues with your I think it's your provider, because if you download any like pirated stuff that's like illegal, you can get like a cease and desist, or your provider, your internet provider could shut down your internet and you won't be able to use it. You can use a VPN and go through those hoops. But do you want to go through this fucking hoops of the crashes, the bugs? No. Just download the ISO files of PS2 version, Xbox version, and there you go. And it's not that hard. I have multiple emulators on my fucking PC. I can go download the ISO version of the 360 version of GTA 3 San Andreas Vice City. No issues. Better quality, may not have the super great graphics, but you know what? I can play it. I can't with this. This is just shit. It's shit quality. It should not be this bad. It should not be this bad. This video has been long, but this is a proper criticism of the defective edition. This may not get too many views, but the few people who are watching this, learn this. Do not download this shit because it's just too much of a hassle. These people were fucking lazy, and if you have any form of coding skills, you can probably do it better. Believe in yourself. I'm not a coder, but I guarantee that some of the people who watch this are coders. You can outbeat these motherfuckers. These lazy motherfuckers. But that's all I have. See ya.